Hello everyone, this is AUR. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I've been trying to do something since yesterday and I streamed for like 4 times yesterday, but it didn't work, and every time I would stream, my laptop would just freeze or the stream would just cut off because of the bad internet connection, or it would just basically uh, do the streaming on 5 FPS or 10 FPS or something like that. So today I'm just resorting to using OBS with like recording mode, and hopefully I can get it done. So what I wanted to show you was really unique thing that I don't know if someone has done it, but I'm sure this is going to be helpful for a lot of people. First of all, I'm just going to load up a audio of some sort. Okay, so I have this drop ready from one of my songs. Just going to zoom in and like make it sit right here, and then I loop a certain area that I want to work with. This is not tempo synced, so it's going to sound weird at this point, but yeah, basically I'm just going to work around this audio, for instance. Alright, so I'm just going to route this audio in here to this mixer channel. What I wanted to show you is how you can get your mid-side EQ without having a mid-side EQ plugin. So for that, I'm on FL Studio, so I'm going to be using Patcher. You can use any parallel processing um, unit that you have in your DAW or DAW that you have installed, be it Ableton, be it FL Studio with Patcher, be it Reason or something like that, yeah, and be it Cakewalk or BandLab. I guess that's DAW as well. I could be wrong, but yeah, if I'm wrong, just correct me in the comment section below. But yeah, you can use any DAW, any EQ, and the plugins that I'm about to show, which are light on CPU but are free to use, so you better get them. Alright, so for this thing, I was planning on using a new KHS plugin. KHS means Kilohertz, which is a company that develops plugins. Some are free plugins, or most are free plugins, and some are paid plugins, which are really big synthesizers or really heavy plugins. But their free ones are basically just light on CPU and really good. So I do recommend downloading the free bundle because it has a lot of mixing plugins that are free to use, which I'm going to be using right now. Alright, so first of all, I'm just going to add a plugin called KHS Stereo, which we're going to need to be using for this task at hand of making a mid-side EQ using a free plugin and a stock EQ plugin. Just going to reroute this and get rid of that, add another one, and I'll explain why I did that. So I'm going to let the signal go through this one and this one as well. Going to make this one get rid of the mids, like the mid signal, and just leave the wides, the sides, not the wide. And then on the other one, I'm going to get rid of the sides and leave the mid signal out. So we're just going to be working with the sides at the moment. So one thing that bothers me the most for this thing is that stock EQ or any EQ plugin that doesn't support mid-side EQing or dynamic EQ with mid-side EQing doesn't show the sides. Like, I'm just going to demonstrate that in a little bit. So we have parametric EQ2, going to route it to this one, and then add another one, which I'm going to route this signal through here. And don't worry, it's not going to mess up your signal or anything if you have the settings on default, which is right now, like mids coming in through this one and sides coming in through this one. So there's basically just the same signal that's coming before and after. It's the same thing, and I'm doing nothing on these EQs. But what I'm going to do is going to show you that these EQs pick up the mid signal or the mono signal, but don't pick up the side signal. Let's just see what we have. Oh wait, I'm just going to lower the volume of my laptop. Alright. Okay, so this is the mid signal, as you can see, and this is the side signal. It's not showing at all, but if I apply a filter to it, you can hear it. You're going to be able to only listen to the sides if you are on studio monitors, if you're wearing earbuds, if you're wearing headphones or some stereo apparatus that you have that just supports sides and stereo field. So you're going to be able to listen to the side signal, otherwise you won't be able to listen to the side signal. Alright, this is it for making a mid-side EQ, but it doesn't show the sides. So how are you going to tame your sides? Well, I don't think I have the plugin that's needed for that. Let me check if I have this free plugin called Span. Okay, so I don't have Span. Let me try this DDR Nova, which is a free a dynamic EQ plugin. And let's just apply the stereo mode. Let's see if it can pick it up. No, it doesn't pick it up. Let's switch to mono. Okay, so it just makes the signal mono. So no, it's not working. I don't know how to switch this to like the side mode. Let me look around. I have no idea. Okay, so this is all for the dynamic EQ that you can like set a threshold or something like that. Ratio for your compression or something. Yeah, this is really weird EQ to be honest, and I haven't used it. Let's look for the presets. Okay, so wideband dynamics. So it is not showing the sides, but it is detecting the sides. So this is kind of useless, but if you have a plugin, free plugin that's called Span, you can put that on your master and then switch to sides only mode, and then you can play something right here or on any track of your song, on any mixer track that has the signal. So you can just make the sides coming through, check your span, and if there's like sides that are peeking through, you can just come in here, bring the EQ right here, and just going to make it default. So let's say I want my sides to be non-existent on this side of the EQ, because like I don't want my sides to be in the low end or the sub area, so I'm just going to make a cut right here until like 100 Hertz or so, and then also have a cut right here to like 200 Hertz or so, just a little bit steep cut, and make this go down a little bit more and make this go up a little bit more, so I have full control over my sides in this area. And it's actually working, but it's just not showing you. And this way you can apply the mid-side EQing with like not spending a single penny on anything, and you can get your simple EQ to just and turn it into a mid-side EQ with this process of like parallel processing, where you make the sides go through one EQ and just the mids go through another EQ. And now both of them together with like the sides tamed, it's going to be sounding something like this. There's not much difference because I haven't done anything, but yeah, if you have good ears, you can notice that the sides are not existent anymore in the low end. One other thing that you could do, or maybe more things that you could do with this technique, is basically just going wild with the ideas. So let's, for instance, let's just add OTT to the sides. I'm not sure what I'm doing anymore, to be honest, because I have no idea how it's going to sound like and if OTT is going to pick up the sides. So I'm basically just trying to compress my sides. And yeah, it's actually picking up. Alright, so just going to turn up the upward compression. Not sure why would you compress your sides. I have no idea if people would compress their sides, but if it's a thing and you want to do it, you can do it this way. Alright, now let's route this OTT to the EQ to get rid of the low end noise. Alright, now let's make the mids coming through. This actually makes a wild difference, to be honest. I have never thought of something like this, and I've never thought of making something like this or doing something like this, but you can see already that it's affecting the sides a lot. I don't know if it's like a positive change or negative change. I have never seen people do compression on their sides or anything that's not EQ on their side. So I'm really excited to experiment more with it right now. And you can also see that if you can apply some more stuff to the sides, you can do some really wild things with it. So it kind of makes the sides pop up more and a little bit cleaner, I suppose, or maybe a little bit more present in the mix, which you can like tame again if you needed to. I have no idea if the sides are peaking right now, but like they sound better than before. All right, now let's get rid of the OTC and try something else. So, for instance, let's add I don't know which thing to add. Yeah, let's add just some distortion. Okay, just distortion. Again, free plugin. OTT is free as well. So I'm going to be adding some distortion on the sides or maybe saturation on the side, and let's hear what it does. So it's making the sides get saturated, add more warmth and add more grit to the sides, and it's just basically taking over the stereo field at the moment, which is quite not the thing I want for my song to be sounding like, because this is making the song sound more noisy. But yeah, let's just compare with and without. This is just too much, but I was just wanting to show you that you can do crazy good things or bad things with your side signal, and like make some chains like this and processing like this, tame your sides, boost your sides, do crazy processing on your sides, just make them worse, make them good, make them better, make them the best, without spending any money on like expensive plugins. For instance, something like Pro Q3 from FabFilter or maybe the Ozone plugins, stuff like that. So you can just get the most use out of these free plugins if you know how to use them, and if you have good ears for like sides or mixing or anything in general, to be honest, music related. So yeah, that's about it for this tutorial, or maybe just sharing something new or unique or something like that. So I hope you learned something, and if you did, just let me know. I will be doing some more experimentation, and hopefully I can get more use out of this technique and do more patcher things uh, that you can use in the future. And let me know if I should make this patcher preset live, like just give it away so you don't need to work on it again and again, with all the tutorials that I'll be doing regarding this stuff, if I do the tutorials. So yeah, if you liked the video, just give it a thumbs up and maybe subscribe. No, just forget to subscribe, okay? I don't need to force you to subscribe to my channel. So yeah, I'll see you soon or laters. I have an EP coming up on Halloween, so you can go and pre-save that as soon as it's out, and it'll be out in all the stores on Spotify 31st. So see you there on the release day, and I hope you enjoyed that as well, and all the tutorials that are coming as well. So yeah, take care and bye bye.